Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about when your ex moves on fast, you've won. Okay? So firstly, why is it bad that your ex has moved on? Why is it bad for them, right? It's not bad for you, it's bad for them. So this is what you need to switch in your brain. It's not bad for you that your ex has found someone new. You shouldn't feel bad about that. I know it can sting. Obviously, it's not nice to see the person you love, the person you want with someone else. But you need to start flipping that script in your head, okay? It is a good thing for you that your ex is now basically in a rebound relationship, okay? So why is it bad that your ex has moved on? Why is it bad for them, okay? So rebound relationships rarely work out. And if they do work out, and they do last the test of time, usually that relationship isn't a very happy one, okay? And the reason why that relationship is rarely a very happy one is because your ex has gone from the relationship they were in with you into a new relationship straight away, okay? So within the first few weeks, or maybe the first maybe 1 or 2 months, if that's what they've done, maybe even 3. You know, people shouldn't really be dating anyone new after a big breakup with someone they was with long term until about 6 months after, minimum 6 months, minimum. Right? So if they've gone anything below that, it's very likely that they're in a rebound relationship, right? And the reason why the rebound relationships don't work very well is because they haven't had an appropriate amount of time to heal and get over the previous relationship. So if they had any toxic habits, if they had any bad communication skills, if they had a lot of emotional baggage, whatever it may be, they've basically carried that all from that relationship they were in with you into the new relationship. And it's very unlikely that they've broken all of their negative and bad, perhaps sometimes even toxic patterns, right? So now they're in a new relationship and they've carried all of that into that new relationship, right? Now, sometimes it can work out, but very rarely does it work out, because for it to actually work out with their rebound, they're going to have to do a lot of work. Both of them will probably have to do a lot of work. Both of them will probably have to go to therapy. They'll probably need to work out their issues, or perhaps they could get a coach like myself or someone else to figure out, how to have better relationships. Perhaps they get some books on relationships. But most of the time, people are lazy. They're not going to work on those things, right? It's very unlikely that they're going to work through their issues, right? Which is good for you, because that means you can do that. You can work through your issues, okay? So don't worry about your ex being in a rebound. Yeah, it sucks, it stings because you love them, they're in a new relationship, it doesn't feel nice, right? It stings, right? But keep in mind that it's very unlikely that it's going to work out. It's very unlikely. It's probably like a 3% chance, or maybe a 4% chance that it will actually work out. And that's very, very low, okay? So hopefully they do work it out, because obviously you should want the best for everybody involved, but it's not always the case, okay? So if they've gone straight into a new relationship, they've lost. They're never going to have a healthy relationship if they keep on doing that sort of thing. If they just go from one person straight to another, it's not a good way to go. It's just not healthy. Okay, so why is it good for you that your ex has moved on fast? And that is, you now can actually do the work, right? You don't have to find someone straight away. It's not a competition to the altar, right? Because I feel like a lot of people, they see their ex getting into a new relationship, start dating someone new, and they're like, oh my God, I need to find someone new now. I need to beat them. I need to find a relationship too, right? But you don't want to do that, okay? Because you could go into a rebound relationship then as well, and you don't want that, right? I've told you why rebound relationships are bad and why they rarely work out. But you can take the time to heal, fill in your knowledge gaps about relationships and dating so you can become more successful, work out what it is, take a good long look basically at your previous relationship, figure out what you did right, what you did wrong, what you would change, go through it. Really, one of the good ways to do this is to actually write it down. Write down your whole relationship with that person, right? And be concise and true about it, because a lot of the time when people write down things, they write with the intention that someone may read it. But what you want to do is you want to write down a true account. Now, if there are some things that you did in there that you're ashamed of, that you're not happy with, that you did, like a lot of people when it comes to relationships, because no doubt, you would have done a few things that you're probably not very happy that you did, which is fair enough. We all do those things. We all do things that we regret in romantic relationships. You don't need to show it to anyone. Just, write it down on a memo on your phone and then delete it. Or you can write it on a Word document and delete it. Or perhaps you write it out longhand on a piece of paper and then you just burn it burn it on a bonfire, or you just flush it down the toilet, or you just rip it up and put it in the bin. This is not for someone to read. This is just for you, okay? So you need to be true about what happened. You need to be 100% true on what happened. So you need to write out what you did right, what you did wrong, what you would do again, what you wouldn't do again, how certain things affected you, what that made you believe about the world and other people. What were some, awakenings that you had, that you realized about relationships. Write all this stuff down, write down everything. So then you got a true account of what happened. And you can think, okay, so this is what I'm going to take with me because this was good. And this is what I'm going to discard now. And I'm no longer going to do this thing. I'm not going to, when this happens again, I'm not going to, entertain it. Okay, so you got to remember that it's not a competition to the altar. You got to work out those things that happened in your relationship so you don't fall into the same old patterns again. Okay, so you don't end up in a rebound relationship. Okay, so you got to fill in as well your knowledge gaps on dating and relationships, because it's quite, now that your ex is in a rebound, you're probably not going to get back with them, and I wouldn't recommend getting back with them if they're the type of person that does go into rebound relationships, because if you do get them back, you got to remember that they haven't had any time to heal. They haven't had an appropriate amount of time to heal, and so now they're coming back to you and they haven't changed as a person. They haven't gotten better, they haven't improved, but you want to improve. Okay, so you got to fill in your knowledge gaps. So here are some books that I recommend. You can find them as an affiliate link in the description of most of my YouTube videos and this one. So these are some books on dating and relationships that I recommend that you read. Okay, so Mark Manson's book, which is called Models, that's a really good book about dating and learning how to be yourself, so you're not so nervous around women that you talk to or men that you talk to, because it can work for men as well. Some of these for women, some of these books. So Models is a good one, and that is more directed at men and dating for men. So you can get that one. There's a book that isn't, I don't think it's a book that I do have on my affiliate links right at the moment, but there's Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus, that teaches you the different communication styles of men and women, right? So if you want to get better at communicating. Another dating book is 3% Man by Corey Wayne. That's a really good one. There's also a book by Robert Glover called No More Mr. Nice Guy, and also The Way of the Superior Man by David Dada. So I recommend that you get yourself some of those books, read them, fill in your knowledge gaps, understand them. And so when you do go into a new relationship, it's going to be much more healthier. You're going to understand dating more, so you'll have more dating success. So do those things, okay, and read those books, okay. So when your ex moves on fast, you've got to remember that they're probably not going to work through their stuff. They're not going to work through their issues, but you are, okay? And that's why you win, because you're going to get a better, more healthier relationship. You're not going to be like your ex and go from one relationship to another. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.